Now, Roy, I got to ask you about you. Listen, I can't be a man who says things when you're not here and then won't ask you while you're here. Of course, I just covered it on ESPN a couple weeks ago. You getting in the ring still, and I know you've heard it 9,000 times, so I'm sorry to bother you with the same question.
Have you ever boxed before?
Never in my life.
Okay, so it's like when you never boxed before, how old were you when you started doing radio?
I was 17.
Did somebody tell you at 10 that you should do radio?
No, I just decided myself.
Did anybody tell you, though, at 10 years old that you were going to be a great radio guy one day?
Perhaps that.
Somebody told you at 10?
At 10, I knew very early that there was a chance.
You knew, but nobody came and told you.
No,
right?
no, I didn't have
That's my point. So my point is that God put it in you, or else you wouldn't be doing it right now, right?
Right.
So when God put it in you, is it right for me to come tell you, oh, you shouldn't do radio?
No.
Okay, that's my point with boxing. So before we even go any further, all I listen to is that I hear people, and I understand. I do understand the concern. I appreciate the concern. I have 37 years in boxing already. If there's something going to be wrong with me, there's nothing I can do to change that.
Well, no, for me, I'm not even worried about it.
No, I understand. I'm just saying that's the first thing.
Okay.
Second thing is I'm not in boxing to compete at a elite level no more. No, I'm not. I just wanted one shot at the cruiserweight title. Win, lose, or draw, I'm done. But I deserve that shot because that'll give me a chance to win every title from middleweight to heavyweight with nothing in between. I haven't gotten that shot to where I could really prepare properly, be ready, get my mind right, and do it for real. So it kind of haunts me because I don't want to wait till I'm old and gray and say, I wonder what would have happened had I got a real shot, a legitimate shot, gave it my all in training camp, and win at that title like that.
What part of it for you, and I totally hear you, I think that's something a lot of us on the outside have a tough time relating to, is you're still a young man, right?
Of course, 47 is young.
So we're sitting there watching, we go, man, no, you do. You have a lot of life to live.
Of course.
You have a lot to do.
Of course.
You obviously have a great job, so you don't need to do it financially.
No.
But what is it when you're not fighting, because obviously it's in your blood, what is it that you miss the most? What is it that you always crave and you need to get back to feel one more time? Is it walking in the arena? Is it knocking someone out? What's the feeling you desire?
I don't really have a desirable feeling with that because I did enough of it. I made sure I made the best of every night that I could. You feel me? That's not my desire. My only desire is I wanted a legitimate shot at a cruiserweight title just to see could I do it, and that was it.
And you feel truly that if you were to get that chance, win, lose, or draw, you could walk away?
No, I know I would walk away. Let me tell you something. It's harder to fight than it is to not fight. It's easier to walk away because you never have to worry about disappointing your kids, your family, your fans no more. It's easy to just say, you know what, I'm not taking that chance no more. That's the easy way out. I can easily do that right now and be like, you know what, I'm not going to take a chance to disappoint nobody anymore. I'm tired. I don't like the look that I see in their faces when I do that, and I don't. So that would be the easy thing to do. But the people, the fans, my kids, my wife, none of them gave me this gift. So if God gives me the intuition to go on, I got to go on because that's who gave me the gift.
PETIS coming forward on the right hand. Left to the body from Roy Jones Jr. 40 seconds remaining in our main event. Both fighters looking for one more significant sequence. PETIS on the underhook, gets the separation from referee Benji Esteves, who's done an outstanding job as a referee letting our main event flow. Almost no stop-start in this fight. Up jab from Jones. Clean 1-2 from PETIS. 1-1-2 from Anthony Pettis on the entry. Roy Jones Jr. putting his back against the ropes, throws that right hand. Overhand left, Pettis to the body. Swing and a miss from Roy Jones Jr. That is the end of the fight.
Roy was a little light right there at the end. I got to point it out. He's a little light right there at the end. Very good fight by both gentlemen.
Let's realize what's going on here. Roy might be trying to make up for avoiding risk in his prime.
Social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter.
Right.
As far as doing that part of it. I was never looking to be that smart. I want to be a badass. That means you bring me, I want to go stand on top of this hill, and you bring me whoever to the top of the hill you want, and that's who I'm going to whoop and get. I want to play king of the hill. He didn't care to play king of the hill. He wanted to play king of the
Right, of
feet,
course,
which
yeah.
he did. He wanted to be Floyd Money Mayweather, and he did that. You feel me? I didn't want to be Money Roy. I want to be King of the Hill.
Right. Well, you know, when I posted the video we did this morning, the interview I did with you already on YouTube, and one of the first comments that was made on there, somebody said, Roy must have paid you not to ask about why you didn't fight Mikhailovsky, right?
HBO offered Mikhailovsky $5 million to come to the United States to fight Roy Jones Jr. Roy had 7 titles, Mikhailovsky had 1. Why would Roy go to Germany to fight Mikhailovsky for 1 title when he knows if Mikhailovsky goes the distance, he might lose? When HBO offered Mikhailovsky $5 million to come to the United States to fight Roy, why wouldn't Mikhailovsky come fight Roy? Roy was the best pound for pound,
Right.
not Mikhailovsky. So why did Roy have to go to Mikhailovsky when Mikhailovsky could have just as easy for $5 million guaranteed dollars come fought Roy? And they're not paying me an astronomical amount of money to guarantee to come over there because I know if you go 12 rounds, I'm probably gonna lose. If it's not a bunch of money on the table, why would I go do that? Pacquiao went to Australia and fought, what's the kid named Horn? And now he got Pacquiao's title. Did he beat Pacquiao? Hell no. But because Pacquiao went over there.
Right.
So it's still evident today that you're stupid if you do that.
Right.
If you're really trying to keep your belt. Now, if you don't care if they're going to pay you enough money to give you, to buy your title from you, then okay, I can understand. Like I said, had they paid me enough money to where I felt like they would pay me enough in case they cheated me, I might have took that trip. I don't know if I was about the money at the time, but I wasn't. So I probably wouldn't have took that trip then either because I was playing King of the Hill. Come to me, we fight.
I feel like he's...
Because the referee had said no standing 8 count, you thought that because Montel seemed to go down on one knee of his own volition, that he wasn't really knocked down?
No, I really didn't know if he was going down, if he slipping or coming back at me or not. I can't stop. If I stop.
So, and you're saying, Roy, that the referee never came at you and tried to separate you?
I didn't feel the referee trying to separate me one time. I'm sitting there, if you show it back over, I'm bouncing. Wait, all he got to do is touch my left arm and I'll stop.
Let's take a look at the knockdown and the knockout. All right, here it is. You describe what you see.
All right, right here. I know you hurt, right? I'm trying to find me a good shot. Yeah, I thought he slipped, but I didn't know if he coming up or what. I don't want to hit him, but the referee got to stop me, you know? I don't know what happened, and the referee ain't stopped me. You know, and I know he down, but I don't know if he down, if he low or what. I'm just trying to finish the fight. The momentum is going. I feel like it's a good fight. I want to capture, and you know, I'm at him.
All right, let me add this then. Are you suggesting that because Griffin is a guy who fights low, who ducks down a lot, that you weren't sure that he was knocked down?
I didn't know if he down. If he come up off one knee and hit me and knock me out, the referee gonna count me out. So the referee said no standing 8 count, so I got to try to put him on his back. That's what I consider down. I know he went to his knee, but I didn't know if he was on his knee for sure or what. I ain't got time to stop and say, well, let me look and see if he's on his knee. I got to do what I got to do. I'm still champion as far as I'm concerned. Montel was a good fight, you know what I'm saying? He's a good fighter. I can beat the kid. He cannot beat me. Everybody see that. I mean, they want to disqualify me to take my title. That's fine. You know, I can deal with it. I got stole. Gold medal got stolen from me. I don't mind. You know?
I hear him talking fat, Muhammad Ali, and then sickly 70-year-old that fought in the golden era of heavyweights. You know, there are very skillful fighters that ended up with health issues. Wilfred Benitez, Bernard Whittaker.
Hey, there's that footwork you talk about, Ray.
Yeah, he's real slick, real slick. Gotta be careful with that stuff.
Great amateur pedigree, great natural athlete, and showing you all the skills and all the tools on that tool belt. Whittaker, Ramirez, end of round 1. Left hand by Ramirez, but Whittaker was pulling back.
That's what he has to do, Joe. He has to push him back. Push him back with a jab. Push him back with a body shot. Do something to make Pete change his direction. You know, it's funny. You hear Lou Duper from the corner saying, make him respect the jab. European judges are notorious for liking guys that come forward. They like guys who need to initiate the action. Pete is doing everything he's supposed to. He's outboxing, but he's moving backwards. And I don't know if that's going to affect the judges somewhere down the road. I mean, right now he's winning. To me, he's winning by shutout. But somewhere, good uppercut. Good uppercut by Ramirez.
You know, the world saw it. Not just people that were there. The world saw it. So, you know, and that's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. Not the judges, you know, but the fans, the people. They can let me know what happens. You know, even if it was the other way around, I would be able to accept the fact that the fans think I lost. So I will be able to accept that.
What did boxing teach you after all these years?
It's taught me, I'm humble, nice guy, It's just, it's been my life, so, it's my lifeline. And it still is my lifeline. So, that's all I know. I don't know the 9 to 5 or the 8 to 4 or whatever. So this is all I know, and I'm still involved with it.
Wait, what are you doing then today?
I train fighters for Cap to do.
Ali.
Getting those jabs into the body, too. Some of the crowd is yelling, stand still, Foley. Don't walk around and get tired. I guess Zora knows what to do. They have both had harder sessions in the gymnasium, but without the tension of the championship match.
Does your present condition upset you? Does it bother you?
Only a trial for my law. God tries in wealth, tries in pain, tries in failure, whatever. So I don't know what he's in store.
You view this as your trial, then?
Yes.
How are you passing it?
This is as a whole.
Are you matching the trial? You up to the challenge?
I'm doing it right now. Coming on your show, facing you.
Make it sound so hard to do.
I started to come.
Why?
Because I realized I'm not healthy like I was. I realized you'll ask questions like you're asking. But my pride would make me say no. But in the Holy Quran, it says if you got 1 ounce of pride, you can't enter paradise. So it scares me to think that I'm too proud to do the show because of my condition.
Do you think it has something to do with the punishment they took? But looking at example,
like a nightmare. Cause that was
in other words,
all I
you're
had.
hitting him as hard as you can, and he says, is that all you got?
And it was a nightmare because that was all I had.
But that's kind of was Ali's brilliance, right? That he could,
That
he
was-
probably didn't feel that. He probably was hurt.
Oh yeah, I heard him a few times. Almost finished him. But after one round, it was like he looked at me and I made it, and I thought he made it. Whew. But I hit him with everything I had for so many rounds. He didn't go down and didn't have any other second plan. I didn't have a second plan. It was like get him, get him, get him, or nothing.
Did he hurt you?
No, I never was hurt. I just got tired.
So you're not hurt. So when you go down, you're not in pain?
Embarrassed. I remember laying on the canvas and I'm thinking, I'll get up at 8 to beat the count. And my manager told me to stay there. 1. I jumped up and they said the fight is over. That hurt. It took me years to live that down. Years.
What relationship do you have with him now?
The greatest of friends. His children, can you believe that? His daughters, my daughters are best friends. I get a chance to call him on the phone and I still tell him I want a rematch.
He doesn't
He tried the jump. He tried the jump. He tried. I said, you asked me, is that all I had? Let's fight now. Give me a rematch. And he want to come
He
at me.
doesn't speak anymore, does he?
Just a little. Certain times of day he can come out with some good words. But he's still the greatest show on earth, I tell you. He's a lovely guy.
Foreman to make use of that left jab. A minute to go in round 1. Foreman is keeping Chuvalo off balance. Chuvalo can't get set here. Good right hand by Chuvalo. And those are pretty good bombs. 10 seconds to go in round 1. Chuvalo's best punch is his left hook to the body, and the question is, can he get it in there often enough? A good one to the head by Chuvalo. Chuvalo a little bit puffy around the left eye. There you can see the puffiness around Chuvalo's eyes. A minute to go in this round. Time has to be on Chuvalo's side. The first 2 rounds aren't. That is an angry mouse under the left eye of Chuvalo. He's taking his time, unhurried, just piling up the points. Chuvalo staggered. Chuvalo has never been off his feet. 2 minutes left in the round. It's an awesome battering that Chuvalo is taking. He is now spitting blood. Chuvalo being battered in his own corner. And Irving Ungerman, his manager, is asking the referee to stop it. He's climbing into the ring. The referee hasn't heard him. It's all over. It's all over. Arthur McCanty has stopped the fight. Irving Ungerman, to give him credit, his manager was climbing in there. There's the winner, George Foreman. Irving Ungerman wanted the fight stopped. It was no contest almost from the beginning. Chuvalo is protesting to the referee, but I believe the referee did the right thing for boxing and for Chuvalo.
Me fighting Muhammad, you know, usually like the most often asked question of me when I meet people is, what was it like to fight Muhammad Ali? And I always say it the same way. It wasn't a whole lot of fun. But we had 2 tough fights. I think I did pretty good the second fight. A lot of people thought I won the second fight. A lot of sports writers wrote about that. But I lost the first fight. It was a tough fight, 15 rounds. I took it on 17 days' notice. But I was still in pretty good shape. So that's really not an excuse. I was in pretty good shape, and I finished pretty strong in that fight. So, but anyway, he won the fight, and but I always say, guess who went to the hospital after the fight, and who went dancing after the fight? Muhammad went to the hospital after the fight, and I went dancing with my wife.
Roberto Duran, Julio Cesar Chavez.
He one of them motherfuckers that he don't go nowhere. He one of them guys don't go nowhere. His ass, but he don't go nowhere. He suck it up.
Just because he got that good chin, huh?
That's the key. That's the key. That's the thing that holds his ass up. You know, that's what makes boxing.
Do you?
Yeah, he had to have something. He had to have something because he didn't have nothing. He get knocked out all the time because he hit.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, he got this.
He especially has to be aware of Mayweather's very good right hand. He was hurt by that right hand in the first fight.
Chavez keeps his hands up very high. In fact, you probably see Mayweather throwing that jab to the body, working down and up.
Solid right hand counter by Mayweather. Another one just missed. Chavez just stalking forward. That's his style.
It could be a mistake, Tim, because he's not giving any feints. He's walking straight in, Chavez. So he could run into something.
Mayweather setting the punch now.
Don't hold him.
Under the 30-second mark we go in this first round.
Once we get out. Chavez is good with inside fighting. Those short uppercuts, very effective. Work the body and throws those body shots. Slow his opponent down.
Talking to Mayweather this week, a very determined young man, saying that he is ready mentally and physically as we're in the final seconds of round one.
Concentration is very good this first round.
Don't hold it.
As one of the exciting young boxers on the scene and already holds a world title. The challenger is the former WBA champion Roger Mayweather. He scored a good combination. That rocked the champion Chavez.
What's bothering Chavez is that consistency of the left jab of Roger Mayweather. First round, very controlled round for Mayweather. He kept moving, kept working the jab. And the jab is starting to frustrate Chavez.
Mayweather's making some beautiful moves, too, sliding over to his right, just taking Chavez punching power away from him.
Chavez starting to reach in.
When he does that, Ray, leaves himself wide open. I don't think he should be reaching with that right hand.
He's putting so much behind the kill.
Another big right hand by the challenger Mayweather.
And what set that up, Mayweather slid to his right beautifully. He just was right.
You keep it up, pal. You keep it up, you're going to be a great, great fighter. You're going to be like Joe Louis, Marciano, maybe even better. You're a bigger and stronger Marciano. There's no question about it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think anybody could take the punches and survive the way you used to do in the ring. I mean, you took more punches and deadly punches and stayed on your feet like Robinson never.
Look, it looked like I did, but I was fast enough to ride with my punches. There's a knack to it. He knows what I'm talking about. When you catch a hard ball,
yeah,
you move with the ball,
yeah,
and,
right.
and it takes the power away.
Right.
I had the reflexes to really move with my punches. And I didn't get hit as much as, otherwise I wouldn't be speaking coherently to you, right?
That's true. Now, what about...
God gets me with a hard head. When I first started fighting, my brain was crooked.
Yeah.
And after all the punches I got, straightened it right out.
Now, what about... Have you ever been hurt in the ring, Mike? Have you ever been hurt?
Never hurt. In the gym, and perhaps when I was younger fighting, I've gotten hurt during the learning stages.
And on. It's more than likely related to genetic predisposition. Being more vulnerable to develop these type of regressive forms of trauma-related brain damage. If you ask Jack LaMotta about his chin, he'll tell you about his ability to ride punches. In the end, fighters want to be respected for their skill, and boxers want to be respected for their heart.